I wonder if Thug knows. Apparently, this was like the first break around the time when the news that Rich Homie Quan passed away.
I need to take a break. My head hurt. She making my blood pressure go up for real. I got high blood pressure.
When he intended to be out of the city in a different state or getting a car in Atlanta for 2 weeks when he's going to be gone within a week.
He's rich and has friends.
Where are you going with this?
Even the judge is like, where are you going with this? I felt like that the entire day. Day 123 of the Young Thug YSL RICO trial was another terrible day for the state. Miss Love takes up the entire day on direct with MOUNK, even though she said it would only be 3 hours. Yeah, Miss Love is just insufferable and terrible at asking questions with witnesses, bro. Like, she's one of the worst I think I've ever seen. I'll try to edit this as entertaining as possible, but it's rough. Love you guys. Let's get into the video, boys. All right, I want to start off today saying rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. Real Atlanta legend right there. Absolutely heartbreaking. These pills, man, it's looking like it was like some sort of bad overdose or something, so I don't even know what to say. I mean, I remember being in high school listening to him, so it's...
Now, when you joined YSL, the gang, in 2012, would you tell the jury what things you did with the gang?
You keep making it seem like it's a game. It's not a game.
Same as yesterday, just repeating that it's not a gang.
A group of people that know each other.
A group of people that know each other.
I explained to you yesterday why we couldn't be a gang, but we were some neighborhood people that hung together.
Is it fair to say that you considered yourselves a gang, regardless of what the legal definition is, back in 2012?
Overruled.
Also, ourselves in these two laws. You see their own operation.
Well, overruled.
The sound is very low today, so I can barely hear this shit. I have to edit it so it's loud enough for you guys, but I can't hear shit.
Fair to say that back in 2012, regardless of what the legal definition of a gang is, that you considered yourselves a gang, a neighborhood gang.
Not us, but
At that time, did you consider yourselves, being YSL in 2012, a gang, regardless of the legal definition?
You can say,
I'm going to object to vague, regardless of the legal definition.
A vague objection there from Steele.
Did you consider yourselves, that is YSL, a gang, regardless of the legal definition of gang?
I don't know why she's adding that part. And frankly, he testified yesterday already. Okay. So,
all right,
let's move on.
All right.
Miss Love already just repeating questions.
What types of things did YSL do together back in 2012?
barbecue, hung out together, played basketball.
Was everyone that you hung out with YSL?
No.
How did you distinguish your friends who were YSL from the friends who were not?
Like I told you yesterday, Ms. Love, anyone and anybody in the world can say they was YSL.
What did you do to rep YSL in 2012?
I really, you lost me because you saying rep is like broadcasting it.
Represent.
Yeah, nothing.
How did you identify yourself as a member of YSL back in 2012?
Bro, this shit, it just feels so pointless.
I seen people do the little handshakes and stuff that's just a handshake. That's just something we go by saying, basically we love each other.
Did you use the word SLATT?
Yes.
And what does that stand for?
I never knew what it stand for, Ms. Love.
As far back as 2012, you were using it.
I never knew what SLATT stand for.
How did you use it?
When I see my brother, I'm like, there's love, SLATT. And hug you and keep going, however it go. I never use it. It's like, I see people right now that's not YSL, and I said, what's up, slang? It's just a slang word for the streets, too.
And Your Honor, there is an echo. I don't know what it is.
Every day there's audio issues. Literally every day.
It's echoing on the computer, too. Yeah, it's this. I don't know.
Would Your Honor mind if I just muted it? Trontavious Stevens, have you ever known him to be recognized as a founder of YSL?
I didn't know he was a founder, but I have heard him say YSL.
That YSL started out as a neighborhood gang, and then later, Jeffrey Williams formed a label called YSL. Is that any different than what you're saying today?
No, I know Jeffrey Williams started a company called YSL.
Okay.
I know that much.
All right. And is that what you are referring to, that you were a part of in 2012?
In 2012, yes.
You were a part of Jeffrey Williams' company in 2012?
No, he wasn't. Ms. Lord, come on now. I just said he wasn't. Our belief is when Jeffrey Williams started rapping, he was gonna be famous. That was ours. Then he started saying, I'm gonna do a label called YSL.
These guys were hanging out as YSL back in 2012, 2011. Before that, it was Rock Crew. YSL, the label, wasn't formed until 2015 or whatever.
Jeffrey Williams, the head or the founder of the group you referred to yesterday that started in 2012 as a neighborhood gang?
No, not that I know. Not my understanding. Not from my understanding.
Did Jeffrey Williams, to your understanding, have anything to do with that group that started as a neighborhood gang in 2012?
He used to be around, but I can't say like repping a game. I can't say that because he had been rapping for a minute. So I can't answer that question.
How often were you around Jeffrey Williams between 2009 and 2012?
Whenever I went to Cleveland Avenue, he was in the park.
And how often would you say that was?
I can't say because sometimes he wouldn't even be in the park. So.
And to your knowledge, is Tick signed as an artist under YSL?
Not to my knowledge, but he used to rap too.
Do you know Defendant Williams to ever have recognized someone other than himself as a founder of YSL?
No. He say YSL, Slime Life, Hated Baby, Original Slime Slow, him and I don't see nothing else.
Okay. Have you ever seen that post?
Yeah, no, since you showed it to me.
You've seen it before now?
No,
Okay.
just now. That don't mean Mr. Jeffrey Williams is the one to make that post.
Do you know anything about his Instagram account, or who makes posts on it?
I don't see
Personally,
like since I've been around, I don't seen a lot of like his secretary post stuff on his page, and different people share passwords and be on share pages. From my knowledge, that's what I know.
You mentioned hand signs or shakes with YSL that you became a member of in 2012. Were you wiping your nose? Were YSL members wiping their nose?
I wipe my nose. I can't speak for anyone else.
Were you wiping your nose in 2012 as part of YSL?
Here we go with the wiping of nose shit, dude.
I don't recall. That's so long ago, man. That's 2012, so long ago. I don't remember nothing from 2012.
What were some of the, would you show the jury how it is that you wipe your nose when you said that's the symbol that you use?
I prefer not to wipe my nose. My nose not itching right now.
Do you only wipe your nose when it's itchy?
When it running too.
Is the only time that you wipe your nose when it's running or itchy?
No.
Only wipe my nose when it's itchy. Is that what he just said?
When the other times are that you wipe your nose?
I just wipe it now.
Okay. And is that something that you were doing back in 2012 as a member of YSL?
I don't recall about 2012.
Have you ever heard Defendant Jeffrey Williams call someone else slime?
He don't call me slime before.
He has?
Yeah.
Okay. And who is it that he is, how does he use that term, to your knowledge?
I just told you, when they see me, they be like, what's up, slime? We normally don't do a handshake. He normally hug me and bump heads with me.
Okay. And how does he reference Young Slime Life in the songs that you've heard?
You gotta ask Mr. Williams that, because I don't know how he's represented in the song. I just hear him say slime in the song. He right there, you can ask him.
Now, when I'm speaking to you and I'm asking you about listening to his music, and you said that you did and you listened to it a lot, how have you heard it used in his songs?
I don't know, Miss Love.
Is it that you don't know or you don't want to say?
You mean I didn't say slime in the song? I just told you that. What other way you want me to say it? I'm telling you, I've heard him say it in the song, but I don't have a song referred in my mind that I could just say. I haven't listened to it. I'm not good with, like, if the song not on, I might not even know the words to the song.
Do you remember any of his songs that you know the words to?
No, not right off the top of my head.
Are you familiar with a group called Raised on Cleveland or Rock Crew?
I heard about it, but I'm not familiar with Raised on Cleveland. I heard about the Rock Crew. I heard Jay-Z claim the Rock Crew.
Jay-Z?
Have you ever heard Raised on Cleveland referred to itself as Raised on Cleveland, replacing the C with a B?
Maybe.
Have you heard Jeffrey Williams reference Sex, Money, Murder in any of his songs that he's made under his record label?
Yes, I think I heard in the song. I'm not for sure.
Have you heard any songs with lyrics R.O.B., S.M.M., now we YSL?
I don't recall that song.
Did we see a caption that you made under a post yesterday that said YSL won't fold?
Yes.
Is that also a line from one of the Defendant Williams songs?
I don't remember, but...
Have you heard Defendant Williams referencing pick his ass off the balcony?
All music is entertaining, so he probably did say it in the song, but it's only entertainment. That don't mean what he rapping about in the song got to be something he doing.
Okay.
Anyone doing.
Did you understand me to be asking you about what he was doing or what
I'm
the
just
song
saying,
was?
that's what the song say, but that's your basic you trying to get at. I know your basic you trying to get at now.
He just said I ain't retarded, bro, in court.
Referencing YSL wipe a nigga nose in one of his songs.
Yes, it's a song. From my understanding, I just thought it was entertaining words, rhymes that go together. That's my understanding of it.
So, nigga, a lot of their mama, a lot of their kids, a lot of their brothers and sisters, they didn't get ready in the courtroom and tell God honest truth. Don't get it. Y'all didn't get killed, bro.
You snitching.
From me and YSL.
Do you hear your voice on that video?
It sound like it.
And are you the one saying snitching bitch?
I said sound like. I can't say for sure that's me that's saying that, but it sound like me. I don't recall. That's why I said it sound like me, but I don't recall if I was there that day or not.
Is he the first person you've heard say, y'all need to be killed?
That's what the video say.
Is he the first person you heard say that?
No. I've been in the street for a long time. Miss Lord. I don't hear a lot of people saying people need to be killed, but I don't know the reason they saying it.
Did you hear him say, that's from me and YSL?
I heard it in the video, yes.
This is all very similar to the way Tick answered questions.
Do you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth are snitching bitch?
I'm telling you the God's honest truth.
That's
Is
not what I
honest
asked. I'm asking you if you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth are snitching bitch.
No, because a snitch to me, my understanding is a snitch is a person who lied on another person. So I can't say that.
That you made those statements on December 28th, 2022.
When I initially?
No, when you said that they were true.
I never said they were true, Ms. Love. I initially, but this ain't nothing that I brought to your attention. You brought this to my attention.
Oh my gosh. What a great witness for the state, eh?
I never been in a room with anyone and said this stuff was true.
All right. We'll come back to that.
Right. If you call me and explain my truth or this, but this is nothing that I directly told you. This agreement, I never stated any of this stuff in this document to you or anybody else.
Do you remember initialing certain terms of your plea agreement called sentencing acknowledgments?
We went through this yesterday, Ms. Love.
Do you remember initialing terms?
No, I don't remember. Could you repeat what you said?
Oh my God. Remember when the state said MOUNK was going to take them 3 hours? Well, here we are on hour 9, not an end in sight.
You read and acknowledged the sentencing acknowledgments contained on page 5 and 6.
I don't even remember reading it, but I see my initial. But I never read it to understand.
No, I'm asking you right here and now, is there any part that you do not
I
understand?
still, no, I don't understand. Could I talk to my lawyer? Listen, Judge Club. Thank you.
All right, wants to check with his lawyer.
Can you speak up?
No, it's gonna be hard, man. I'm talking loud as I can. I'm talking loud as I can.
If you need to move, I understand.
It's not working. I can hear the judge in his mic. When you was talking in that, I can hear you in his mic, but it's not letting me.
Oh my God, there's audio issues. They had people come in there and fix the audio that entire week off. What the actual are we doing?
When I signed that agreement, I just thought when I get up there, I would be able to explain my truth. I thought I would be able to explain an explanation of the reason of me signing the plea agreement.
So she has him reading over his plea agreement. He's going to point out which numbers aren't true. What a great witness for the state.
Let's start with number 1. Today is your testimony that it is true or false.
I agree with some of it, not all of it.
Mr. Sledge, has anyone encouraged you to do anything other than be honest today?
No.
Okay. So would you please tell the jury whether the factual acknowledgement labeled number 1 under section 4 is true or false?
True.
All right. Number 2, is it true or false?
True.
Number 3, is it true or false?
True. I see the part where it say threat the harm. I didn't threaten to harm him. I just made a statement.
So let's put it this way. If any part of
No, I might throw myself out the window. This shit is terrible.
But
your testimony today, if any part is inaccurate, then we're going to call it false. Understanding that, number 1, is it true or false?
true.
Number 2, is it true or false?
True.
Number 3, is it true or false?
True.
All of it.
Yes, true.
Number 4, true or false?
True.
Number 5, true or false?
True.
Number 6, true or false?
True.
Number 7, true or false?
False.
Number 8, true or false?
False.
Number 9, true or false?
False.
So all the ones he just said were false are pretty much surrounding the Donovan Thomas murder. So number 7 at the top, defendant was told by another YSL associate that immediately after the murder of Donovan Thomas, associates met at the McDonald's on Cleveland Avenue to discuss the murder. He said that was not true. He said number 8 was also not true about personally knows a YSL associate committed the murder of Donovan Thomas. Said number 9 was not true. On January 10th, after the murder of Donovan Thomas, they gathered at Thug's house and Thug gave them money to lay low.
The portion that reads, he gave YSL associates money to lay low, is false?
Yes, that's false.
Mr. Sledge, do you have any recollection of asking?
Well, what I would say, the word, you use the word lay low. I would have used the word to get family members out of harm's way. That's what I would have used. I try to get my lawyer to change this because my words was to get out of harm's way. I don't know how it still became lay low. My words and the notes that my lawyer took down, it was to get me and my family out of harm's way because on January the 10th, I was accused of the murder by the streets, not by your district attorney office.
Understood. All right. Boost the reputation of YSL to bring females around?
No, not. But what I was saying, like, I just don't think it was to boost the credibility. I never knew that the question even said to boost a notorious street credibility. I didn't know the question said that at the bottom. I knew about the top part. That's why I signed to it, because I knew me and Zachary and Gunnington pleaded guilty to doing a drive-by shoot.
What about?
Okay. Disregard that anybody other than Mr. Sledge may have pled guilty.
Oh my God, it would happen again. He brought up Lil D. Oh my God.
Disregard that anybody other than Mr. Sledge may have pled guilty to anything about this crime.
Right.
And I did admonish him of that.
No, you didn't. Not today. Probably yesterday, not today.
You acknowledge within that statement that on behalf of YSL, you threatened to harm a person named Kale?
I never said I threatened. I said if he was looking for me, I had something for him.
Is it your testimony today that of all the factual acknowledgments in section 4 from 1 to 16, the only ones that are true in their entirety are number 1, number 2, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, and number 15?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to carefully read those to ensure that I've accurately stated what your testimony is?
Yes.
All right.
I didn't consider it as a rival gang member at the time.
So how was that drive-by shooting going to show anybody that you don't mess with YSL?
Because they jumped on Gunnington.
I'm going to be honest, today's been extremely tedious questions about his plea agreement, one by one, and it literally took over an hour, probably an hour and a half.
To your knowledge, had warrants been taken out for your arrest for Donovan Thomas's murder?
No, the street said it. So I wasn't going to leave my kids and my family here knowing that if I supposedly did something, they probably would have tried to harm my family. I'd do anything necessary to protect my family.
Understood.
What if it sent me to prison for the rest of my life?
How did you find out the streets were saying that you murdered Donovan Thomas Jr.?
I received fake DMs from fake page. Well, I received DMs from fake pages.
And what did the DMs, tell the jury about some of the DMs from fake pages that you received?
It stated that me and Kenny Copeland just killed Nut.
And what was it, just saying that? Just MOUNK, TOUNK, and Woody just killed Nut?
Yes.
And when you say you knew it wasn't true, is that only as to your participation in the murder?
She's zeroing in on everyone going to Miami right after the murder. He didn't go. He stayed with his family, but he was terrified because people in the streets thought him and Woody killed Nut.
I don't think he was doing shows, and I think I never went to the shows because I had a responsibility every day to get my kids to school.
Are you familiar with Shymel Drinks?
I don't actually know Shymel Drinks.
Shymel Drinks was apparently murdered by Shannon Stillwell and Mr. Nichols in the courtroom, both of them.
Yeah, by y'all putting it on the indictment.
Would you ever have expected to see him at Cleveland Avenue Park?
I wouldn't expect no one that not all right with us to be in the same area we in.
By us, you
Well,
mean
not
YSL?
friends. Friends with me and Jeffrey Williams to be in the same, and other guys who be on Cleveland Avenue, but not friends with us to be in the same area we in.
He didn't answer that.
So would Cleveland Avenue Park be a place you described as a place where YSL hung out, but not other people who weren't friends with YSL?
True.
He's starting to talk a little bit too much here, boys.
Were there groups that you personally considered opposition to YSL?
What is the opposition to?
When you and I spoke earlier today about the meeting with Lieutenant Lance Cole, your lawyer, and me outside of Fulton County, did you tell me what you understood opposition to be?
I don't recall that.
Have you ever used or posted about OPPS?
Yes.
What did you mean when you posted about OPPS?
I feel like ops is a person I don't hang with.
And what does OPPS stand for?
I don't know.
Well, why do you use it?
It's a slang word in the street that everybody uses.
Is it short for opposition?
Maybe.
Who is it that you consider to be OPPS of YSL starting in 2015?
I don't know.
Did you consider If Gang OPPS for YSL?
I guess.
Why?
Because they didn't like certain people that was around us.
This is not looking good. He's talking. Like he giving up. He can just say, I don't recall, right?
Do you know of other conflicts, physical conflicts with If Gang members, between If Gang and YSL members?
Wait, a fight?
Fights, shootings, stabbings,
I don't
anything?
know. I don't know nothing about no shootings. I know about a fight.
Any kind of conflict?
A fight.
What fight?
I guess when they jumped on Copeland.
Okay. Familiar with or aware of whether following Donovan Thomas's murder, defendant William's stepfather's house got shot up?
No, I didn't know that.
Following Donovan Thomas's murder?
I think January 10th, if I'm not mistaken, Copeland mother-in-law house got shot up, but that's about it.
Multiple locations where YSL associates sell drugs
Yes.
and do not allow other gangs to operate?
Yes, I see that.
And is that a thing that you told the jury earlier today was true?
I'm saying there probably was multiple people selling, but
Is he violating his plea agreement? Is he going to have to go back to jail? Going back on a lot of shit in this plea agreement.
Gangs from operating at 151 Cleveland Avenue.
I already answered that question. Why would anyone come anywhere and hang with people they're not friends with? I'm not going to hang with anyone that I'm not friends with.
My question is not that. My question is, how did YSL keep other gangs from selling drugs or operating at 151 Cleveland Avenue?
Because I hung at the gas station, so who will come? I hung at the gas station. Well, me and a couple of people, deceased people, I don't want to speak their name. We hung at the gas stations, and people not friends us not going to come up to the gas station.
Would you please tell the jury, and I will not belabor it, but would you please tell the jury who those other people were? And I'm sorry for that loss.
I don't want to speak their name.
Would you please tell the jury their last name?
I don't know their real name. I only know I can't think of their name right now. Give me a second.
Was it?
Because I don't want to speak their name in this courtroom because they're not here.
Wow, he doesn't want to say deceased people's names, which I understand, but in court, that's going to be hard to get. But Miss Love's going to, of course, force it.
And they're not on trial.
Right, but
Okay.
I don't want to speak nobody's name who ain't here to defend themselves.
Do you understand nothing bad can happen to
I understand that, but I still don't want to speak their name in this case.
Will you answer yes or no if I speak their names? Was one of the persons Christian McMiller?
I don't want to answer that question. So.
Your Honor, would the court please instruct the witness to answer?
You need to answer it, and you need to.
Christian McMiller is a YSL member that got killed on a highway.
Was one of the persons Darius Ford?
Yes.
They got killed together, and I believe both shot in the head. I think, don't quote me on that. I think I remember seeing that, or at least one of them was.
Is that the only place in Atlanta that you sold?
No, I sold drugs. I've been selling drugs probably all my life, but it don't have nothing to do with YSL. YSL wasn't even thought about when I started selling drugs.
Okay. Do you know if Quindarius Zachary bought guns for any other member of YSL?
I know he was accused and arrested for it, so.
I'm not asking that. I'm just asking if you
No,
have.
I don't know.
Did Mr. Zachary get in your car with a gun?
Yes.
What kind of gun?
I don't recall.
Was it a handgun or an assault rifle? Or something else?
I don't recall. Ms. Love. I don't know if I think it was a assault rifle. I don't recall.
Did you ask him what he was going to do with it?
No, I didn't answer.
Did you ask him whether it was loaded?
No.
Why not?
He better not have a gun.
Why you say he better not have a gun that's not loaded?
Man, nobody in the world better have a gun that ain't loaded. What you doing with it?
Why do you keep looking to your left in the direction
laughing
of
at you.
the defendants? Okay.
Why do you keep looking to your left at the defendants? She keeps putting that energy out there that all these witnesses are like homies with the defendant still, when, you know, majority of them haven't spoken in years.
I'm not afraid of nobody over there, so let's get that straight.
I'm not afraid of nobody over there. Let's get that straight. Don't put that energy out there, Miss Love.
Did you hear me assert
for
that
me.
you were afraid of anybody?
I'm bringing that to your attention. I'm bringing that to your attention.
Sustained.
I ain't slow, Miss Love. No, I'm not intimidated by you or nobody in this courtroom.
As well, you should not be.
Right. No, I can take
What
a
about-
break. Can I take a break? Can I take a 5-minute break?
We just got started.
Yeah, but-
Let's just keep going.
Does it say the gas station at 151 Cleveland Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia, is one of multiple locations where YSL associates sell drugs and do not allow other gangs to operate?
If you want to be factual, we wouldn't allow no one who's not our friend around us.
How'd you keep people who weren't your friends from being around you?
We didn't keep no one. They just didn't show up.
You just said we wouldn't
We wouldn't
allow.
allow because we'll be uncomfortable.
How
So,
did you keep them from doing it then? How did you not allow them?
I'll just tell you, you're not my friend. Why you want to hang around me? You ain't my friend.
What gangs did you all keep from operating at 151 Cleveland and 221 Cleveland Avenue?
I don't know the name of the gang.
How did you know they were gangs?
They probably had a flag on or something like that.
What's a flag?
I guess a do-rag. I don't know.
You guess a do-rag?
Yeah. They used to have their little colors hanging off them. I don't know exactly what it was.
Regardless of whether they were actual gang members or they were false flagging, how is it that you kept people that you observed?
You asking the same question, Ms. Love, that I already answered. You asking it in a different way. Just move on to your next question. You asking the same question in 3-4 different ways.
Do you think that
Y'all, I need to take a break. My head hurt.
He keeps asking for a break.
You're probably not the only one, but we're going to wait a few minutes before we break again.
She making my blood
thanks,
pressure go up for real. I got high blood
Take some
pressure.
deep breaths.
is If Gang one of the gangs that y'all did not allow to operate at 151 Cleveland and 221 Cleveland?
I don't know.
Do you know what area If Gang generally occupied?
No.
Do you need me to get you some water?
I need you to just come on, let's get this over with. Because you keep asking me the same questions 3-4 times. My answer
I'm
not
trying
going
to
to
get
change.
through it, okay?
Yeah, my answer not going to change.
Okay. Did you have to raise your hand and swear that you understood each of those sentencing acknowledgments in section 5 on pages 5 and 7? I'm sorry, 5 and 6.
I most definitely raised my hand because I was desperate to get back to my mama when I took that plea. But I'm answering all my questions, all your questions, to the best of my knowledge.
Thank you. So
That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you my truth. My understanding was when I took this deal, I would be able to explain you my truth because I don't know whoever even stated this stuff to you.
when you say you don't know who stated this stuff to me, please
Because somebody,
explain.
you had to come up with it some type of way for it to be on this paper. It ain't nothing that I said to you. That's my understanding. I didn't say it to you.
Did you swear that those were true?
Yes, I did.
Would you tell the jury whether you and unindicted co-conspirators, along with some indicted co-conspirators, between January 24, 2013 and May 8, 2022, conspired unlawfully to acquire, maintain, directly and indirectly, an interest in and control of United States currency and other personal property through a pattern of racketeering activity, and conspired to conduct, participate in, directly and indirectly, such enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity
You sound what day?
between January 24, 2013 and May 8, 2022?
I don't remember, Ms. Long. I don't remember.
Or preserve or enhance the reputation and power of YSL by posting messages, images, videos, and songs that demonstrated your allegiance to YSL and your willingness to engage in violence on its behalf?
Number 702, 403, Mr. Person to the shop is conducted.
Your Honor, this is a...
Still going to object to leading.
To what? I'm going to overrule that one.
Did you conspire with others to obtain money, weapons, and other property through acts including robbery, theft, and the unlawful sale and distribution of drugs?
No.
Did you and other members of YSL, did you ever...
That's the issue. That's
the
one of the
issue.
issues.
We at
Okay.
YSL. Thank you.
Did you conspire with anyone within YSL
No.
to... All right. Did you ever, through witness intimidation,
Oh my God, Miss Love. It's so painful. It's so painful.
make any efforts to obstruct law enforcement investigations and court proceedings?
No.
This is what we're showing to the jury right now. This.
Are you able to see the date at the bottom of that post? Caption did you put with that?
I just said, sad nigga for real.
Why did you put that particular caption with that video about getting in a courtroom and telling the God's honest truth?
I don't know, Ms. Love. I was just doing something at the time. It was just an Instagram post. And it's a saying that everybody says, so I don't.
Did you see yourself in that video?
Yes.
You're smiling. Do you remember when that video was taken?
No, ma'am.
Was it around 2015?
Probably.
Do you know where it was taken?
I think we in a house somewhere or something like that.
Whose house?
I don't really know who house it is. I just know the people I see in the video. I don't know actually who house it was at.
Tell the jury, please, who all you recognize in the video. And you don't have to point them out. Just tell the jury who all you recognize.
I recognize me, Mr. Williams, Stillwells. I want to say Kendrick and Honor. But I think that was Zachary and Garnet, if I'm not mistaken.
And at the time that this video was made, were you working at that same business?
No.
Were you working anywhere at the time this video was made?
What the date is, the 19th or something like. I don't know the date of the video. I told you at one point in time I started working here at security with Mr. Jeffrey Williams in 2015.
Did you see yourself with money in the video?
Yes.
And was that your money?
Probably was. I ain't finna be holding on nobody no money.
Okay. Did you use it in the same way that you use the word SLATT?
You trying to confuse me like that. You gotta
No,
tell
I
me.
promise you I'm not.
You gotta tell me like, cause you saying that I use black in the same terms I use slack.
No, in the same way.
Wait, like, yeah, when I see somebody who, yeah, I show love, yeah.
Okay, so is BLAT a way that you show love?
Yeah.
Does BLAT stand for you, for blood love all the time?
From my understanding, I never knew that what it stand for, but
Okay, so Okay. Understanding you don't remember what you did before you went to Mr. Williams' house. Do you remember around what time you got there?
I know I got there. I was probably like 10 something, if I'm not mistaken.
How long of a drive would it have been from your house to his house?
Probably no longer than 8 to 10 minutes.
When you left out the house with your child and child's mother, did you carry a gun with you?
Yes, I think I did have a gun with me.
What kind of gun?
I don't recall.
So why did you go straight to Defendant Williams' home upon learning that Donovan Thomas had been murdered? Your baby and your child's mom ended up there as well, right?
I don't really remember. I just know that I ended up at Jeffrey House that night. I'm trying to think, but I don't really remember.
Take your time.
But I know I ended up at Jeffrey House that night. We all sat around for a minute, and then I don't know what happened. We had to get up and go because I knew he had a time frame that he had to be somewhere to make it to Miami.
You're talking about in this courtroom, and I respect that, but I'm talking about anybody.
I don't know.
Anybody
I just told you I didn't know the name of the people who was there. I didn't know everybody from the label or everybody that hung around Mr. Jeffrey because they were Mr. Jeffrey friends. Okay. I wasn't trying to get to know them. Mr. Jeffrey is my brother.
Okay.
My child and my mother wasn't there when they got there.
Okay.
Come on, stop trying to act like.
So, Mr. Sledge.
Come on, you guys this question before I take it. If I can get me a break. Come on, Ms.
Yeah, we can take a short break.
Okay.
He's getting frustrated asking for breaks. Understandably so. I mean, holy shit. Wait, he's shorter than I thought. Bro's like 5'8". I wonder if Thug knows. Apparently this was like the first break around the time when the news that Rich Emmy Quan passed away. So now we're back after 20 minutes. I feel like he knows now because he looks sad and this is around the time, so. We're going on hour 12 of MOUNK when she said it was only going to take 3 hours.
Is there any reason you would have left them at the house and gone to Defendant Williams' condo and then gone back and picked them up?
I don't remember.
How long did Defendant Williams stay at the computer working on Javinci after you told him about that DM?
I don't recall how long it took him.
Did you reach out to anyone else other than Defendant Williams about that DM that you got?
I don't recall reaching out to anyone else.
Did anyone else come to Defendant Williams' condo while you were there?
I can't say on 10th Street. I don't recall.
She's trying to get as many details out about what all the YSL people did after the murder of Donovan Thomas, but it's so tedious.
Copeland kept complaining about something. Mr. Williams directed me to take him because he said, take him, y'all go down there, y'all, we ain't did that wrong. I took Copeland to the homicide place, but I kept going.
Who was it that said that, what you just said?
Mr. Williams told us, he said, we ain't did nothing, so take Copeland. I think the police kept calling Copeland phone or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Who else besides Mr. Copeland were the police calling?
I don't know about that.
Okay. Are you able to tell the jury who it is that Mr. Williams was referring to when he said, we ain't did nothing wrong?
I guess me, him, all of us was there. So he was saying, we were telling him that me and Copeland was the accused. So he said, take him down there, we ain't did nothing wrong.
He's saying Thug said take him down to the police, we ain't did nothing wrong when they were accused? That's crazy.
How did Defendant Williams tell you, besides we haven't done anything wrong, how did he tell you to take Copeland to the police? What did he say?
I think Copeland stated that the police wanted him to come down.
Mm-hmm. Did Copeland tell you anything about his girlfriend's father's house getting shot up?
The father, I thought it was the mother.
Okay. Was it a family member of
I
Mr.
already
Copeland?
told you that in the house.
Ever know Defendant Williams to get cars or secure cars for days when he intended to be out of the city in a different state? In other words, renting a car in Atlanta for 2 weeks or getting a car in Atlanta for 2 weeks when he's going to be gone within a week?
He's rich and has friends. What? If your boys need a rental car and you're dipping to go on tour to play a show, that's not even a good question. She thinks she did something there, but she ain't do shit.
Did Defendant Williams ever talk to you about obtaining or renting cars?
No.
When he said, I ain't do it, I don't know nothing about it, I'm going to go talk to the police, what did you say in response?
If you want to go talk to the police, go talk to him.
Did you wait on him after you let him get out?
No, why would I be sitting in front of a police station waiting on him to come out, not knowing how long they're going to be having him with me and my son and my mother uncomfortable?
Had anybody shot at any one of you all?
No.
Is Kenneth Copeland one of the people you count as somebody you loved back then?
I already answered that question for you yesterday.
I understand. Can you remind me, please?
You just said you...
Is he one of the people that you counted as someone you loved in 2015?
Yes.
All right. To your knowledge, did Quindarius Zachary ever talk to the police in the months following Donovan Thomas's murder?
I don't know. You telling me something.
I'm not telling you. I'm asking you a question.
I don't never know if Quindarius was going to talk to the police.
Okay, so is it fair to say you never had a conversation with Quindarius Zachary about anything he said to the police?
No.
What about Demikion Garlington?
No.
At that first appearance, is the only thing that happened you were read your charges, or did you hear anybody give what they considered probable cause for your charge?
No, I was confused.
You were confused?
Yes.
At any time, did you have a preliminary hearing?
Yes.
How long after that first appearance did you have a preliminary hearing?
If I'm mistaken, I think you're going like 2 weeks at a time, if I'm mistaken.
Would you tell the jury what happened at your preliminary hearing?
Where are you going with this?
Your Honor, I can approach the bench and tell the court.
Even the judge is like, where are you going with this? That's like, I felt like that the entire day. This shit has been terrible. And she said it was only supposed to take 3 hours. What the fuck are we doing on hour fucking 16 or whatever, dude? All right, that's it for day 123. What got achieved today by the state? Antonio was talking a little bit about a few things in the middle there, but I mean, she's trying to get the timeline of events from that day, but it's just so fucking annoying, dude. Hit subscribe, join the channel membership. Love you guys. Peace out.